Audience ain't gonna see that though.
It's all right. Turn off your mic.
Turn off the mic.
Yes.
Quick, no in between. Heard him in his heart, now he moving like hollow. My brother caught a body as yeah. Started in the sandbox, ended in the cell blocks. Same world, different rule. Yeah, yeah. From the sandbox, Tonka trucks in the dirt. Mama yelling from the porch, boy coming for it, get dark. Knees scraped up, didn't know what it's worth. Didn't know that same yard turned cold in the heart. Pops gone early, left a hole in the frame. Mama working double shifts, couldn't shoulder the pain. Started hanging with the older lords, learning the game. They ain't teach me how to live, they just showed me the flame. First fight, first lick, first time feel power. First time see a man fall, froze for an hour. Then it turned to the norm, numb to the scene. Turn a boy to a man, way too quick, no in between. Heard him in his heart, now he moving like hollow. My brother caught a body as a shorty full of sorrow. Damn near 30 in that box, no tomorrow. Concrete tears every night he had to swallow. From sandbox dreams to them cold cell blocks, where time don't move but the pain don't stop. We all start innocent and the world get real. Now it's bars on the soul trying to learn how to heal. From sandbox dreams to them cold cell blocks, lost too many names, seen too many shots. If they don't tell our story, then we tell it ourselves. From the streets to the system, from the sandbox to cells. Released from the belly of the beast, still breathing. Inner peace, wrestling the grief, still bleeding. Freedom feels strange when your soul still caged. Yeah. Trying to turn the pain into wisdom on the page. Yeah. Mama barely recognized the man he became. Same eyes, different fire, yeah, different kind of flame. Every scar got a story, every step got a way. He survived what was meant just to seal his fate. Now he walk with a purpose, but the ghost still talk. Every dark alley memory follow when he walk. Praying God hear him clearer than the judge ever did. Trying to teach the next youngin' don't repeat what he lived. Loved ones go missing, tears fall in silence. Some names get candles, others buried in violence. If she blind with blue eyes, it's a headline quick. If she brown from the hood, they don't mention that shit. Mothers on the news begging, yeah, please bring her home. Other mamas cry alone, no camera, no phone. Same pain, same loss, but the coverage unequal. One story go viral, the other stay secret. Posters on posts fade under the rain, while the system pick and choose who deserve the pain. Every hour that passes, a life on the line, but if it don't fit the narrative, they running out of time. We was kids in the dirt, now we names in the fire. Trying to smile through the pain, but it's been a while, yeah. Praying for redemption, somewhere down the road. Carrying all this weight, but we still don't fold. From sandbox dreams to them cold cell blocks, where time don't move, but the pain don't stop. We all start innocent and the world get real. Now it's bars on the soul trying to learn how to heal. From sandbox dreams to them cold cell blocks, lost too many names, seen too many shots. If they don't tell our story, then we tell it ourselves. From the streets to the system, from the sandbox to cells. Yeah. Yeah, started in the sandbox, ended in the cell blocks. Same world, different rule. Yeah, yeah. From the sandbox, Tonka trucks in the dirt. Mama yelling from the porch, boy coming for it, get dark. Knees scraped up, didn't know what it's worth. Didn't know that same yard turned cold in the heart. Pops gone early, left a hole in the frame. Mama working double shifts, couldn't shoulder the pain. Started hanging with the older lords, learning the game. They ain't teach me how to live, they just showed me the flame. First fight, first lick, first time feel power. First time see a man fall, froze for an hour. Then it turned to the norm, numb to the scene. Turning boy to a man, way too quick, no in between. Hurt him in his heart, now he moving like hollow. My brother caught a body as a shorty full of sorrow. Damn near 30 in that box, no tomorrow. Concrete tears every night he had to swallow. From sandbox dreams to them cold cell blocks, where time don't move but the pain don't stop. We all start innocent and the world get real. Now it's bars on the soul, trying to learn how to heal. From sandbox dreams to them cold cell blocks, lost too many names, seen too many shots. If they don't tell our story, then we tell it ourselves. From the streets to the system, from the sandbox to selves. Released from the belly of the beast, still breathing. Inner peace, wrestling the grief, still bleeding. Freedom feels strange when your soul still caged. Yeah. Trying to turn the pain into wisdom on the page. Yeah. Mama barely recognized a man he became. Same eyes, different fire, yeah, different kind of flame. Every scar got a story, every step got a way. He survived what was meant just to seal his fate. Now he walk with a purpose, but the ghost still talk. Every dark alley memory follow when he walk. Praying God hear him clearer than the judge ever did. Trying to teach the next youngin' don't repeat what he lived. Loved ones go missing, tears fall in silence. Some names get candles, others buried in violence. If she blind with blue eyes, it's a headline quick. If she brown from the hood, they don't mention that shit. Mothers on the news begging, yeah, please bring her home. Other mamas cry alone, no camera, no phone. Same pain, same loss, but the coverage unequal. One story go viral, the other stay secret. Posters on posts fade under the rain, while the system pick and choose who deserve the pain. Every hour that passes, a life on the line, but if it don't fit the narrative, they running out of time. We was kids in the dirt, now we names in the fire. Trying to smile through the pain, but it's been a while, yeah. Praying for redemption, somewhere down the road. Carrying all this weight, but we still don't fold. From sandbox dreams to them cold cell blocks, where time don't move, but the pain don't stop. We all start innocent and the world get real. Now it's bars on the soul, trying to learn how to heal. From sandbox dreams to them cold cell blocks, lost too many names, seen too many shots. If they don't tell our story, then we tell it ourselves. From the streets to the system, from the sandbox to cells. Yeah. Yeah, started in the sandbox, ended in the cell blocks. Same world, different rule. Yeah, yeah. From the sandbox, Tonka trucks in the dirt. Mama yelling from the porch, boy coming for it get dark. Knees scraped up, didn't know what it's worth. Didn't know that same yard turned cold in the heart. Pops gone early, left a hole in the frame. Mama working double shifts, couldn't shoulder the pain. Started hanging with the older lords, learning the game. They ain't teach me how to live, they just showed me the flame. First fight, first lick, first time feel power. First time see a man fall, froze for an hour. Then it turned to the norm, numb to the scene. Turning boy to a man, way too quick, no in between. Hurt him in his heart, now he moving like hollow. My brother caught a body as a shorty full of sorrow. Damn near 30 in that box, no tomorrow. Concrete tears every night he had to swallow. From sandbox dreams to them cold cell blocks, where time don't move but the pain don't stop. We all start innocent and the world get real. Now it's bars on the soul, trying to learn how to heal. From sandbox dreams to them cold cell blocks, lost too many names, seen too many shots. If they don't tell our story, then we tell it ourselves. From the streets to the system, from the sandbox to selves. Released from the belly of the beast, still breathing. Inner peace, wrestling the grief, still bleeding. Freedom feels strange when your soul still caged. Yeah. Trying to turn the pain into wisdom on the page. Yeah. Mama barely recognized a man he became. Same eyes, different fire, yeah, different kind of flame. Every scar got a story, every step got a way. He survived what was meant just to seal his fate. Now he walk with a purpose, but the ghost still talk. Every dark alley memory follow when he walk. Praying God hear him clearer than the judge ever did. Trying to teach the next youngin' don't repeat what he lived. Loved ones go missing, Tears fall in silence. Some names get candles, others buried in violence. If she blonde with blue eyes, it's a headline quick. If she brown from the hood, they don't mention that shit. Mothers on the news begging, yeah, please bring her home. Other mamas cry alone, no camera, no phone. Same pain, same loss, but the coverage unequal. One story go viral, the other stay secret. Posters on posts fade under the rain. Why the system pick and choose who deserve the pain? Every hour that passes, a life on the line. But if it don't fit the narrative, they running out of time. We was kids in the dirt, now we names in the fire. Trying to smile through the pain, but it's been a while, yeah. Praying for redemption, somewhere down the road. Carrying all this weight, but we still don't fold. From Sandbox dreams to them cold cell blocks, where time don't move, but the pain don't stop. We all start innocent and the world get real. Now it's bars on the soul, trying to learn how to heal. From Sandbox dreams to them cold cell blocks, lost too many names, seen too many shots. If they don't tell our story, then we tell it ourselves. From the streets to the system, from the sandbox to cell. Yeah. Yeah, started in the sandbox, ended in the cell blocks. Same world, different rule. Yeah, yeah. From the sandbox, Tonka trucks in the dirt. Mama yelling from the porch, boy coming for it get dark. Knees scraped up, didn't know what it's worth. Didn't know that same yard turned cold in the heart. Pops gone early, left a hole in the frame. Mama working double shifts, couldn't shoulder the pain. Started hanging with the older lords, learning the game. They ain't teach me how to live, they just showed me the flame. First fight, first lick, first time feel power. First time see a man fall, froze for an hour. Then it turned to the norm, numb to the scene. Turn a boy to a man, way too quick, no in between. Hurt him in his heart, now he moving like hollow. My brother caught a body as a shorty full of sorrow. Damn near 30 in that box, no tomorrow. Concrete tears every night he had to swallow. From sandbox dreams to them cold cell blocks, where time don't move but the pain don't stop. We all start innocent and the world get real. Now it's bars on the soul, trying to learn how to heal. From sandbox dreams to them cold cell blocks, lost too many names, seen too many shots. If they don't tell our story, then we tell it ourselves. From the streets to the system, from the sandbox to cells. Released from the belly of the beast, still breathing. Inner peace, wrestling the grief, still bleeding. Freedom feels strange when your soul still caged. Trying to turn the pain into wisdom on the page. Mama barely recognized a man he became. Same eyes, different fire, yeah, different kind of flame. Every scar got a story, every step got a way. He survived what was meant just to seal his fate. Now he walk with a purpose, but the ghost still talk. Every dark alley memory follow when he walk. Praying God hear him clearer than the judge ever did. Trying to teach the next youngin' don't repeat what he lived. Loved ones go missing, tears fall in silence. Some names get candles, others buried in violence. If she blonde with blue eyes, it's a headline quick. If she brown from the hood, they don't mention that shit. Mothers on the news begging, please bring her home. Other mamas cry alone, camera no phone. Same pain, same loss, but the coverage unequal. One story go viral, the other stay secret. Posters on posts fade under the rain. Why the system pick and choose who deserve the pain? Every hour that passes.
Nah, for real though, that's fire. You need to take that picture.
What picture?
Here
Well,
you go. What?
I don't understand what you're saying. Learn how to explain yourself, little ugly.
I said take a picture of the background you got.
I can't
You know
take
what?
a picture while
Whatever.
I'm
Hey y'all.
Yeah, what's going on? Me and this white girl here.
I'm so tired of you calling me European.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Los, man.
And this is Katrina.
Hold up. Are we live?
I can't stand him, y'all. I can't stand
Hold
him.
up.
So today we're going to be talking about
I'm out here in
advocacy.
these streets, man. I don't know where she at.
Oh my goodness, let me make it bigger. No, I was talking about like when you, right there with the clouds and stuff like that. That's fire. That's fire.
I get it, man. Listen, girl, if you don't open this show up the right way, before I get mad and turn green.
All right. Today we're talking about advocacy and how it can help or hurt cases. But since somebody does not have their laptop,
Okay, so since you're not going, I see you're not going to properly introduce how this stuff went. So the storm
I'm finna tell it. Not your turn. Not your turn.
From our equipment.
Not your turn. You done messed up already.
I got you.
So
I got you. Go ahead.
Get this piece started. All right. This podcast is a platform for conversation, education, and community dialogue. The views expressed by host and guests are their own and do not represent any organization, group, or institution. We do not promote violence, illegal activity, or harm of any kind. Our discussions may include difficult or controversial topics, but our goal is understanding, accountability, and change. We ask our audience to engage respectfully. Allegations, accusations, or naming of suspects without verified information will not be allowed. Go on, do what you do. Say what you say.
Man, I'm just saying. So that was the disclaimer, y'all.
No, that's not done. We're not done. You always say don't do that or something like that. But
we don't want y'all sharing no information about suspects or no crimes or none of that. Keep that to yourself, man.
Absolutely.
But go ahead.
Absolutely.
Proceed.
This space exists to amplify voices, honor those impacted, and work toward unity and solutions in our communities.
Ooh.
What you doing outside, Lowe's?
I'm trying to enjoy some of this weather, man. I'm in here waiting on you. Listening to the intro song got me geeked up. So I feel I'll come outside and we'll walk around while I do this podcast.
That's so funny because, last time we was talking about music and geeked up. You remember that song?
Is that me or you? Because you freezing up.
Yeah, you're freezing up, baby. So sorry. But to everybody else, even my Florida peeps, y'all remember Geeked Up, like he just said?
Remember that.
Okay. All right. Let's get back to what we're supposed to be talking about. Nobody remember that. Like, you keep freezing up, Los.
That's you. It ain't me. I can hear and see everything. My camera's still moving.
You outside and I got 18 bars.
Okay.
Look, my son said that song was vibing. Geek up. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyways, let's talk about this.
Oh my God.
All right. First, I guess I wanted to start off by giving some examples of advocacy that has worked and that has not worked.
Hold it.
Yes, sir.
How about you explain to me and the audience what advocacy is, right? Break that down in lay terms. Yeah. Break it down what advocacy is.
I love that.
And,
okay. Cool. So advocacy is being a voice for a movement that you believe in. It could be in police terror. It can be in missing persons. It can be in wrongful incarceration. But it's something that you hold dear to your heart and you speak out. You educate others. You gain momentum with other groups that are of the like, y'all have the same mind frame. So that's pretty much what advocacy is in a nutshell.
So it doesn't have to be a popularly held opinion. Absolutely. Like it could be some stuff that you completely disagree with, as we'll get into a little later. Yeah. It could be something that makes you pissed off.
Yeah.
Right? Like all the people that were supporting George Zimmerman and his defense against killing Trayvon Martin. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's all type of stuff you could be an advocate for. Mm-hmm. But I just wanted to clarify that it's going to be some good, some bad, some ugly advocates. And
So
that's all an opinion.
That's what I love about us in this going back and forth, because I would have never even thought, when I talk about advocacy, I feel like everybody know about advocacy. So that's why I appreciate you with your ugliness.
I like to assume people don't, even if they do. And sometimes explaining it to them will kind of ruffle their feathers and, make them think like we think that they're less than, but it's not that. Sometimes there's someone who's listening or watching who doesn't. Absolutely. So we just want to make sure that everybody's taken care of from an understanding standpoint.
Yeah. Oh, I like what Ben just said. It's opinion based. Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. Agreed.
Simply
I talk about a lot when I'm speaking about missing people, and I compare it to people that are advocating for animals. People that are advocating for animals get more traction than missing persons. And again, that's my opinion. So thank you for saying that. That's absolutely true.
Yeah, that's one way of looking at it. Well, go ahead and give us some examples of some pros of advocacy from the missing person standpoint. Or you can start with the cons, but from a missing person standpoint, because that's really what your passion is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like there's more cons with missing people of color or of a different class, or if they have issues with certain things, mental health, drugs, homelessness, things like that. So I want to start it off with, just for an example, as far as criminal cases are concerned, is the Central Park 5.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is more my era, because I'm a little bit older than you.
A lot older than me.
So this happened in 1989. I graduated in. Anyways.
Yeah. Shit.
This happened in 1989. So there were 5 kids. I believe all of them was Black, and then one was Hispanic.
You had a Puerto Rican brother in there.
I'm sorry, say it again?
Yeah, you had a Latin brother in there.
Okay. And this woman got beat up and all that kind of stuff. And even Trump was like, but she was beat up too. I didn't want to say that because we're on.
No, we talking about facts now. She was beat up and raped.
I just don't want Facebook to block us. But yeah, you're right. RAPE. Because there's certain things you can and cannot say.
Okay.
But anyways, even Trump was, talking about they're monsters, throw the book at them and things like that. But in the end, they were actually exonerated. And they weren't the people that did this crime. So that's a part of advocacy. Trump was advocating against them, which made them go to prison for all that time. And then in the end, they weren't even. So
I remember, I was young, but I remember this. They talked about this in elementary school. Right, Trump took out full-page ads in the New York Times or the New York Post, one of them. I don't know which one, but he took out a full-page ad advocating for these guys to be basically, he called them animals, right? Trump, being who Trump is very popular. Trump has pull because Trump has money. This is way before the presidency, so his opinion mattered, and the kind of attention that he brought was negative against them. Mm-hmm. So of course that attention kind of spread throughout the public opinion, and ultimately it led to them being convicted. Now, the pressure that was applied by the police was a big contributor to how they got found guilty, because some of them pled guilty, right? Mm-hmm. You talk about teenagers under duress, being questioned for countless hours at a time, no break, no sleep. So to get out of that, some of them, I think 1 or 2 of them actually pled guilty, right? Mm-hmm. Like, yeah,
I
man, just
thought
go
all
there.
of them did it.
Did they? Okay, well, maybe they did. I thought 2 of them did. I thought somebody went to trial, but yeah, you might be
I
right.
may be wrong.
But it was because of the intense question caused ones to really just be like, man, I'm ready to get it over. Yeah, I did it, right? And these guys weren't the ones who did it. But you see this often with underhand police tactics. You see it in Chicago, like incalculable amount of times. Like so many guys I've been put on death row, convicted, beaten, tortured to get convictions. Right. This is kind of along the same line. And these teenagers end up pleading guilty to something they didn't do just to get away from, being kept awake, not being able to sleep, not eating, and so on and so forth, just to get an unjust conviction, an unjust confession,
Yeah.
right?
Do me a favor, Lowe's.
Yeah.
Can you turn up your we is not playing basketball today. Can you turn up your volume, please?
All right, I just did. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Is it okay if I go ahead?
Yeah, that jump look good, don't it? Go ahead.
No, we're supposed to be being serious.
I am serious. I'm serious about
You
this jump shot.
seriously?
Okay.
All right. So for some examples, as far as missing persons are concerned, of course, I'm going to talk about Kaya, but that's going to be a little bit at the end. I want to talk about Veronica Reyes-Diaz. For those that don't know, Veronica Reyes-Diaz went missing January of 2020. She went missing actually 6 miles away from where Kaya's car was found. So I'm saying that, but she went out with her friends, came back home, put her kids to sleep. It was said she went back outside and she was never seen again. Okay. Veronica Reyes-Diaz. So you know Reyes-Diaz. She is of the Hispanic culture. She went missing in Plant City, Florida, which is a sundown town. Those are cons.
Explain what a sundown town is, Katrina.
I think I would explain it a little bit different than you. I think you would be more.
So a sundown town is for people with hue in their complexion.
Love it. See,
and when that sun goes down, your ass better not be around. that's the simple way to put it.
Love it.
When that sun go down, you better not be around. So this whites only pie, so to speak.
See,
go ahead.
I'm gonna have to learn from that. Your words are so like descriptive. I'm not really good at that, but yeah,
go ahead,
that's pretty much what it is. And so she put her kids to bed, went back out of the house, and has never been seen again. Cons. She's of color. She's in a sundown town. There's really no, I hate to say this, but it's really no pros in her case. The only pro that I could think of was my sister went missing, who's of mixed race, 6 miles away from where she went missing from. So we did form a coalition or a likeness, and we could actually advocate with more than just one person, even though it was a sundown town. Does that make sense?
So this is where I'm trying to figure out where's the advocacy part at?
Because
like,
we can get
on behalf of the Reyes sister, where like who advocated to what end? Like who did the advocating and what did it lead to? Pro or con? I'm trying to,
Yeah, that's the problem. Her mom and her dad did try it, but nothing gained traction. Same thing with us. When Kaya went missing, I called all Bay News 9, WFLA, all that. No traction. But us together getting some traction together, because one voice is better. I mean, 2 voices are better than one. So that's the only pro I could really see in me and
Okay. So what did that pro lead to? How was it a pro? You see what I'm saying? Like y'all teaming up to advocate on behalf of this missing sister led to what? Like.
So if I'm talking about Kaya, I always mention Veronica.
I'm talking about Reyes.
If
that's
Reyes
whose
is
name
that,
you said. Yeah.
I'm sorry, say it again.
We talking about the sister Reyes because that's whose name you mentioned. So I'm trying to figure out the pros of the advocacy.
That's my point. Unfortunately, there was none until we came together. And then if he has something on, like, let's just say Telemundo, and he's talking, and when I say he, I'm talking about Veronica's dad. If he's on Telemundo, he's talking about Veronica, he's going to mention Kaya. When I'm on a black station or, podcast or whatever, I'll mention Veronica because we're all people of color. There's no cons. I mean, there's no pros. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Okay, so the advocacy part is this because I'm trying to make sure I understand you.
Okay,
is that when it came to the Reyes sister going missing, you teaming up with her father allow both of you all to advocate on behalf of the others missing, your sister and his daughter.
Yes.
While advocating for each other.
Yes.
Right? You advocated for your sister and also advocated for her. Him advocated for his daughter and also advocated for your sister.
Yes.
So that was the pro. You got more attention by teaming up. Okay, but what did that attention lead to? Did it lead to any type of increased detective work, increased public awareness? You know what I'm saying? Like, what was the real pro of the dual advocacy of you and the father?
I think I'm a little biased to that because I don't think that me or Kaya or Veronica's case got any more traction than any, I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say it, any white person's case. I'll take, for example, Gabby Petito. Nobody knew who Gabby Petito was, and it was only her dad and her mom that were advocating for her. And then, me and Fidencio, which is Veronica's dad, we were out there like boots on the ground, calling this person, but it never came together with the big cases, again, like Gabby Petito. White woman.
So what are the cons? Give me some cons of are there any cons with the advocacy that you're talking about pertaining to, the Reyes case that you brought up?
Absolutely. We're both of them are Veronica's a woman of color. She is living in a sundown town. And really that's it. As far
that's not advocacy though. Those are just circumstances. I'm trying to figure out how did someone advocating for or against her lead to, you see what I'm saying, like a negative consequence pertaining to her missing. That's what the con would be. I'm trying to make sure we on the same page with this pros and cons stuff.
Okay, so as far as the advocacy is concerned, the con of advocacy is she's a person of color and she lives in a sundown town. So there's no real advocacy that can take place in that area. If you think of any big cases, they are not people that have used drugs. They are not people that have lived in a sundown town. They're not.
Okay, so yeah, okay, I kind of get where you're going. So you saying because the town was pretty much whites only pie. Their lack of care or concern for someone of ethnic minority would be minimal to nil, to none, right?
I'm not
so
even
no one,
saying, I'm sorry.
You good.
I'm not even saying that just in her case. I'm talking about any person of color.
Not talking about any person of color. We talking about specific cases, Lil Ugly. You said a specific name. So we talking about that particular case.
Maybe I'm not explaining it correctly.
I mean,
an example of advocacy and the con of advocacy, meaning there is no advocacy for people of color in, let me rephrase that. There is advocacy for people of color. However, it is not as prevalent as those of people without color. Like, we don't have any grounding. We don't have any push. We don't have any, I mean, again, let's just think about it. Any of the missing person cases that any of you in the audience, and you, Los, too, that know of any person, missing persons cases, are they white or are they people of color?
Yeah, again, so I really just started paying attention to this missing people stuff. Kind of like I've seen it over the years from being in those little hellholes, but never paid much attention to it because it was always impersonal, right? Not until I really met you and you know, kicked it with you and heard some of those stories from when we went to your gathering back in what was that, December, January? Yeah. So that's when it kind of opened my eyes to just how prevalent and just how biased the coverage was, right? I never really paid attention to it. So as far as missing people, yeah, everything we see on TV for the most part is going to be Europeans.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's where I get it from. I get it from the news. I don't pay attention to it on social media. So if I'm a representative of the average person out here, all we get from missing people is what the news shows. And without a doubt or contradiction, the news is primarily showing, you know what I'm saying, European women missing or European elderly missing, right? With that being said, we talking about the pros and cons of advocacy. And if there is no advocacy,
that's the point.
Then that can't necessarily, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No advocacy means there's no advocacy. Coverage is one thing, advocacy is another. So if me and you were to advocate for the news to be more aware and put this particular missing person's case on the news, then that's what we'll be advocating for. You know what I'm saying? And that will work for or against us. But by advocacy, having a pro or con, I'm looking at it like, well, because Katrina was advocating so strongly and in such a way that it rubbed people the wrong way that they didn't want to, you see what I'm saying, put Katrina's case that she's bringing to them on a public stage because it's personal.
I see what you're saying.
That would be a con of your advocacy, right? I
see what you're saying.
And on the flip side, because Katrina was so sweet, right, and so nice, and she got along with everyone, that the personal relationship that they had with her, that personal liking for her, caused them to take this missing person case and put it on the forefront. That would be a pro of advocacy. So when we was talking about that, that's how I was understanding it, not from a lack there, like, well, there wasn't no advocacy at all, so that's a con. Like, no, that just means they didn't give a shit enough to, you know what I'm saying, to put our people out there.
Yes. And I'm glad you explained it like that, because it makes me understand now, you know, when I was talking to you about it. Anyways.
Yeah.
When I talk about advocacy, I talk about the strength of advocacy or the lack thereof. And when I say that, the lack thereof is, again, people of color, people that have done drugs, people that have mental health issues. So advocacy is not as strong as someone that is of the Caucasian persuasion.
So advocacy for the so-called undesirable groups of people is less than for those who are not. Yeah, I get it.
Yes.
Yeah, I get it. But even still, we talking about how advocating for someone works for or against that someone's cause.
Right. And that's what I said. I understand that you believe that. I mean, that's what you think advocacy is. For me, advocacy is
I'm talking
we're doing
about
it or we're not doing it. And are we getting some track?
I'm not explaining advocacy, Katrina. I'm explaining what a pro and a con of advocacy is. So look, so advocacy, right? The Carmelo Anthony case, right?
Mm-hmm.
Advocacy for Carmelo is all the attention he's getting because of the disproportionate sentence he received when similarly situated teenagers with damn the identical circumstances got half the time or less than half the time he received, right?
Mm-hmm.
17 was in a situation where he was attacked, stabbed someone once, that someone died, unfortunately, right? And as a result, he was convicted of murder and sentenced to 35 years. Where similarly situated teens, right, same circumstances, different complexions, got 17 years, 12 years, 10 years, right? Because they had a lighter hue. So advocacy for him will be bringing attention to his disproportionate sentencing. And now, as you see in the media, it's got a bunch of people on his case trying to get him lawyers, trying to make sure that the world sees how disproportionate and biased the system is when it comes to people like us. That's a pro of his advocacy, right? They advocated for that.
His advocacy or the dude that he killed?
His advocacy. The pros of his advocacy is you bringing attention to his case. You bringing attention to the biases in the sentencing between someone like him and someone of the lighter hue. It didn't change his sentence, but what it did, it got him a lot of coverage, right? And it got him a lot of attention from a lot of wealthy people, and he got a lot of support. So financially, people have got him or have, agreed to, whether they do it or not, I don't know. But they've agreed to, the Cardi B's and so on and so forth, have agreed to get him high-powered attorneys and law firms that can take his case. Where before, without this advocacy, no one would have been aware of the disproportionate, you see what I'm saying, and the biases that took place with the young dudes, these white dudes, and some of these Latin dudes, and some of these other dudes who got the same circumstances. That's advocacy that led to a pro, right? And so that's what I'm pointing out. Like, advocacy is advocacy. That means you just highlighting your stance for a cause or a person's, agenda or whatever. It's just, that's it. The pros and cons of that, being in agreement with that cause or that person is something different. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, anybody can advocate for anything. I'm advocating, goddammit, to release all the prisoners. You know what I'm saying? Release all the prisoners. But the pro and con of that is this. A pro of that would be, it's another voice that gives some attention to the plight of prisoners. The con would be, well, this dude ain't got no credibility because he a former prisoner. You see what I'm saying? He has no credibility. He's a former prisoner, so of course he's going to agree with prisoners. So my voice carries no real weight.
I can understand that. And again, I'm gonna try and explain this a different way. Me advocating for my sister, I don't feel like I was able to get a fair advocacy for her. So to me, that's a con. I mean, it's Plant City. There's been other girls missing of color from that town. Everyone knows it's a sundown town. I've called the radio stations, the news stations, and no one heard that. So to me, that's a con to my advocacy for my sister.
So
does that make sense?
I mean, you're advocating regardless, right? Regardless who agrees with your stance, you are an advocate of whatever you're an advocate, right? That's indisputable. This is undeniable logic. Whatever you an advocate for, you an advocate for. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You are an advocate for someone trying to get some attention and get you some results for your missing sister. That's what you're advocating for, right? Now, the pro and con of that, I wouldn't know. You saying because you didn't get the attention you sought, that there was a con to your advocacy. Yes. I can see how you seeking the attention and not getting it would go against what you're trying to do, right? Yeah. But I'm not sure your advocacy is what caused them to not want to give you that attention. You see what I'm saying? They did. So it's not a con of your advocacy. It's just a It's just a
Oh,
fucked
I
up
see.
situation. Yeah, it's just them for whatever reasons not wanting to give you the attention you sought, not wanting to
Okay.
give you not wanting to give you the resources you sought. It ain't got nothing to do with your advocacy because your advocacy is strong. You know what I'm saying? It's a matter of them agreeing with your stance, or them agreeing like, okay, I agree with your stance, and now I want to add some resources to your stance.
I love
So
that.
yeah, so it ain't got nothing to do with you being a good advocate or not. Good advocacy is you just standing firm with what you believe and you doing what you can. And if by you standing firm with what you believe, you cause other people to join your cause, then that's a pro of your advocacy,
You
right?
know
Because you got people to join in. And a con would be you doing whatever you doing with your advocacy is causing a negative light to be cast upon your stance. You know what I'm saying, or what you're advocating for. So
Okay.
if it's not doing that, it's not a con. You know what I'm saying?
I
Nothing
like
you've done.
that.
That's what it is. Nothing you've done has created a con on your sister's being sought. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I, I really like that because for me, personally, the con is I'm not getting enough traction. But people that are looking from the outside in, I'm doing the work. So that is I like that. I really like that. You said a whole bunch of stuff, right? Thank you, Los. Even though I
yeah,
don't like you, you just made a whole lot of sense
hey,
because for me, it's personal. You feel me?
it should be. That's your baby
Yeah.
sister. So hell yeah, it's gonna be personal to the day you die. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just what it is. And
I
and, and,
love
and then for every person you went to that you felt like had the means and the opportunity to help you, right? And they didn't, you're gonna feel some type of way towards because it's personal because it's your baby sister, right? Every
Say
news
that
station
last
you
part.
approached, I said you're gonna feel some type of way because if they didn't, you know, say extend that assistance when they could have, you're gonna feel some type of way towards them because it's your baby sister. It's personal.
I
Um,
love that. I love that.
as a result, though, um, everyone does not have to get on board with
Right.
every stance we take. You know what I'm
Agree.
saying? Like what we advocate for, everyone doesn't have to get on board, although we would like them to. But because of that, you got to look at it on the flip side. We're not gonna get on board with everyone else's advocacy as well, right?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You know how many things I've gotten on here talking about join this or invite me to join some type of club or right.
Mhm.
That's them advocating for whatever they're advocating for and trying to get me to like this. And they trying to get me to like it so I can put it on my page and create more awareness and attention from whatever followers I got, right?
Mhm.
And that's cool. I respect it. I'm just not gonna do it. Because if it's something I don't necessarily agree with, I'm just not gonna do it.
Understood.
Flip that around when we advocate what we advocate for, whether it's non-violence in the community, whether it's those missing in the community that get no attention, whether it's hell student lunches being I'm just saying anything, whatever we advocate for. If we can get anyone to join into our cause just by our advocacy, that's a pro. But on the flip side, if just by us being an advocate of whatever it is we advocating, if it causes negative attention or the exact opposite of what we advocate for to occur to that particular cause, and that's a con. You know what I'm saying? So then it becomes, you know, are you a positive or a negative in your advocacy? If you create more negatives than positives, then you might not be a good face or voice for advocating a certain issue. You know what I'm saying?
Say that again. Say
So this is
that
the
again.
and
I
this is
need you
and
to
this is
repeat it for the people in the back that didn't hear you.
for the people back there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, way back there.
For them back there. If whatever you are an advocate of or for, if
Yeah.
you create more negative attention or yeah, more negative attention than you do positives, then you are a net negative asset to that particular cause, right? Which means you should not. Don't mean you should stop your advocacy. It just
Right.
means you should not be a public voice or a public
Mhm.
face for that
Mhm.
particular cause because
Yes.
you are not an asset at this point.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Love that.
And that's just kind of how it's going.
I really appreciate you because you just, you know what? Every time we do this, you teach me so much more. And
I know why, man. I'm telling you, little white girl, you know you got to come on to the hood sometimes.
and again, I'm going to say this, and you better be glad your mama on here because I appreciate you and what you do teach me because I am so green. But at the same time, it's like I'm talking from a personal experience. And I know you talk from a personal experience too, but you know, you went to prison for something you know you did. I'm advocating for my sister, and I had no, guidance or no book that manual that
you just jumped in. Absolutely.
So I do appreciate that, even though I don't like you. I don't like bald-headed, light-skinned men. I'm just saying. But anyway,
I'm getting tan though. I'm getting tan. What is on there?
Are you telling me I need to get my ass in the sun? That's all right. I'm gonna be there as soon as I go back to Florida. Don't even worry about it.
Well, yeah.
Do you want to talk about a little bit of pros and cons for advocacy as far as criminal justice cases are concerned, or you want me to?
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely do that, but that's why I was trying to talk about, the Carmelo Anthony case, right? Again, everybody kind of knows that case by now. It's been all on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, the news, right? But Carmelo is a 17-year-old.
Man.
Short story short, got into an altercation.
Look.
Allegedly stabbed someone once. That once led to another youngster dying, unfortunately. And as a result, he was convicted and given 35 years for
it. Yeah. Crazy.
Which everyone who's an advocate for his case saying that was too much time for the circumstances. Mm-hmm. But the time doesn't fit the crime. And then to juxtapose him with circumstantially similar cases, they pointed out, it's I know on my Facebook page, I put a little post that had been circulating around with like 4 other teenagers, 17, altercation, 1 stab, the other party died, and they end up with 10 years, 12 years, 17 years, you know what I'm saying, like half the time or less than what Carmelo got. And the difference is none of these other teens are of African descent, right? None of them. So it's like, damn. Well, now you got the advocates saying this is blatant bias, right? This is obvious bias. This is like, you can just look at the cases. The kid doesn't have a hell of a background. Actually, he doesn't have a background at all. And you talking about 35 years when everybody else, same situation, is getting half the time or less. Why? What justifies him receiving that much time?
Yes.
And not the same amount of time as the other youngsters similarly situated. That's what advocacy has done for him. It has highlighted the disparities in his sentence and these other kids with the same kind of crime, right? And so it brought some awareness to that disparity. And it also brought him people who wanted to jump on board because of the disparity and support his cause financially, right? So those are pros in the criminal case of good advocacy. The cons are, right, because it's cons to this too, that now you got people digging into this brother's life trying to find things to justify him receiving that kind of time.
Yes.
Then you got people creating stuff with AI and having other people believe that some of the stuff that I've seen with AI, some negative stuff, which I won't point out because I don't want people looking for it, is what this little dude was doing, right? So you influencing the crowd this way with your negative advocacy because it's you on some whatever you on, 35 years shit, right? But those are the pros and cons of advocacy in the criminal case.
Man.
Look, even when you look at George Zimmerman's case from way back when he killed Trayvon Martin.
Yes.
They proved that he shouldn't have been doing what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Even when he was on the phone talking to the police about he's following a potential suspect, and the police told this sucker, you know what I'm saying, cease and desist, right? Stop doing what you're doing. Do not, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He did it anyway, and he created an altercation that led to him and the young brother, you know, getting physical. And as a result, he shot this little brother and killed him, and got off on it. You know what I'm saying? Because it why? You know what I'm saying? It's a few reasons I believe why. You know what I'm saying? Trayvon Black. This mob being you know, they looked at his history. The Republicans supported his cause, so they advocated for his release. They helped fund his defense, and you were in a Republican state. You know what I'm saying?
Boom.
So, I mean, I just saw a whole bunch of
Florida, because you know that's where I'm from. Yeah,
Florida.
stand your ground law. Yeah.
You know. So all that led to a basically not guilty verdict, and you got flushing cash by your constituents who were advocates for your not guilty verdict, and and the Black community left with another hole in his heart. We see it all the time. So pros and cons of criminal advocacy.
Man, I really love that you are here on this and that you look at stuff in a different aspect. Again, because everything I look at as far as missing persons to me is very personal. And you're that person, even with, you know, juveniles and juvenile justice and anything, you always put yourself out of that on a personal level, and you put it in a perspective that everybody can see. And I just love that about you, for real. I think
we trying to be objective.
I guess I'm a woman, and we don't do that.
Oh no, you finna get cussed out, girl. Women are definitely objective.
No,
you know, everybody has the ability to be, you know what I'm saying, personalized and stuff, right? I personalize certain things when we talking like in public. Right now, we public. Yeah.
Hello, Loves.
Yeah.
Loves.
Yeah, you can't hear me?
Oh, I hear you now. Nate say she's very logical. I love that.
Yeah, I know.
And I have to salute you, because for me, I'm very emotional.
Yeah, well, look, it's a time for emotion, though. I'm not saying emotions aren't good. I'm just saying right now, we are on a public platform talking about, you know what I'm saying, public policy and issues and popular opinion, right? So we want to do that from an unbiased point of view as possible, even though in the process of doing this, we advocating certain, you know what I'm saying, opinions and beliefs, right? We advocating for when we talk about pros and cons of advocacy, we advocating for fair media coverage when it comes to people missing, right? We advocating for that. But I don't think most people wouldn't advocate for that. Even if in private they believe something different. I believe publicly they would agree with us, right? So yeah, we try to be as unbiased as possible now. In private, I can be as free and loose with my words as I want to with you. You know what I'm saying?
You're breaking up. You're breaking up. What was that last part?
I said, in public, we try to be as unbiased as possible. In private, you know, you be a little loose with your words, and you know, you share your opinions unfiltered. So it'll be a whole lot of F-bombs in there, and you know what I'm saying, God dang it, and you know what I'm saying, all that, right? But on here, we're gonna try to minimize that because we got our professional tone on. Hey, Ma, I don't cuss in public.
Hey, nope, we're not gonna do that. It's some things that people don't need to know.
Yeah, ain't no doubt.
No disrespect, but
yeah, we get it. But
but
go talk to me.
You know what? I have to absorb that from you, and I like that. I'm glad you gave me that education today, because again, for me, when I talk about missing persons, it's always emotional, and I got to learn how to disconnect from that. So
Watch out. Watch out.
what are you
Now
doing? Are you slap boxing while I'm telling you thank you?
Woman, pay attention to what you doing. Let me worry about what's going on over here. How about that?
I appreciate you again.
Yeah.
I would like to talk about a couple of other cases, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
So, of course, we talked about Veronica, and then we'll talk about Matthew Vetramelli, who went missing in March of 2021 from Orlando, Florida. He was in a hotel, Monument Hotel, on Orange Blossom Trail, and got into a I wouldn't say an altercation, but just a disagreement with his girlfriend. And she said she woke up and never saw him again. Again, person that used drugs, person that was living in a hotel, etc., still has not been found. We'll talk about Zachariah Tyler, who went missing here in Indianapolis. And his mom doesn't really know what happened. You know, he went out, she texted him, he said he would be home, and never seen or heard from again. However, the car was found in March of 2025. His skull was found in Dewberry Park here in Indianapolis. Still have no closure for his mom, and really don't know what even happened to him. And that's pretty much that. We'll talk.
What? So yeah, you got
Ask me.
you got to talk to me about the advocacy aspect of these particular cases.
Okay. Let's go back to Matt Vetramelli.
Just run them off. You gotta tell me how.
I'm sorry. I'm
this
just giving.
coincides.
Okay. As far as
coincides with the show.
Matt Vetramelli, again, cons. He was, I would say, homeless. He was a drug user. His girl was a drug user. So for me, again, the con is people don't want to advocate for other people like that. Again, it's personal.
Okay, so that's not advocacy though. We talking about his lifestyle, and because his lifestyle,
no one picks it up because he is homeless.
That's not what
he is drug.
We talking about the actual advocacy. Who advocated on his behalf? You see what I'm saying? And if there was no advocacy, then you can't say it was a pro or con. All you can say is that the way he lived contributed to people not wanting to advocate on his behalf. But because they didn't want to advocate means he didn't get advocacy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. But again, on a personal level, the reason why he did not get any more traction with the advocacy that we have done for him was because he was a drug addict. He was homeless. He didn't have that. There's, again, let's just talk about Gabby Petito. Gabby Petito was on Instagram, and she was talking about her cross-country, stuff. She had that platform to go through. When you have a person that's missing, whether they're Black, white, Mexican, Puerto Rican, if they're a drug addict, not a drug addict, we don't have the traction of advocacy that the Gabby Petito Foundation has right now. Even though I've been doing the missing struggle for the past 5, almost 6 years. We're posting, we're talking, I'm going in front of people, I'm talking about each case. we don't have that traction. So
Well,
I understand what you mean, but I'm talking about from a personal level. In the
I ain't talking about
we
personal though. That's what I'm
Los,
saying.
wait,
You keep
Los,
personalizing stuff.
Los. I have to, because that's the only way I know how for the missing people. What I'm saying is I have been advocating since day one. There are people that have been advocating. I can think of one dude right now in Anderson, Indiana, that has been advocating for so many people and does not have even 2,000 followers. Like,
Okay,
why?
so
What?
again, why? So is this? Listen, I'm always gonna play devil's advocate, man, because right now we getting off track. When we talking about advocacy, we talking about the pros and cons of advocacy. You showing me the conditions of dude's life, that the circumstances of this particular person's life that cause people not to want to be an advocate for him. Those are two different things, right? Advocacy is people promoting your agenda. Not even getting traction for advocacy is something different, right? So yes, something
Yeah,
different.
I don't feel that way.
Oh wow, but
But
yeah,
it's okay to disagree. That's why we're here.
no, it ain't about that. I'm perfectly fine with it. But I'm
Okay,
saying that we on air, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
I
But
love
I
it.
ain't gonna do it to the point where like you seem like you just can't make sense of what I'm saying. Like maybe I'm not explaining it the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
So
feel the same way.
yeah, so this is where we go to the public for comments and
Okay.
you know what I'm saying, for clarification on understanding. Maybe y'all hearing something that we saying that we are not in each other.
Okay.
And we need the audience to kind of break down what they hear in return.
Okay.
Um but
Um,
you
so
talking to
you asked the question to the audience of what what you're trying to come across, and then I can do the same if you like. Or I can.
no, I mean the audience that's listening, they heard it. So it's just a matter of time. If they choose to respond, then they will. But in the meantime, I'm saying simply, an advocate is someone with an agenda for a cause, and they are putting it on the line to promote that cause, right? Um, you want people to pay attention to the missing people. You want everyone to cover missing people so that we can find them faster or prevent them from going missing to begin with, right? That's what you would advocate for. On the flip side of that, to not get people to want to advocate on your behalf because you lived a certain lifestyle is something different. That just means you never got the advocacy to begin with. So you have no pro and con to advocacy. You have a pro and con to your lifestyle. That's what I'm saying. If me, a former prisoner, a serious violent felon, right?
Mhm.
It would be easy to not want to pick up my calls and anything, and you can justify it by saying, man, this dude was in prison for 30 years, and this dude got a murder conviction, and this, you know what I'm saying? You can
Mhm.
justify a whole lot. On the flip side, you would be like, man, this dude did all that time, and he came out sound mind, good health, and a good cause. I'm gonna get with him. It's a way that you can find my lifestyle and advocate for or against it. But that's a
Okay.
lifestyle thing. When you already got the advocacy in play, that's something else. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we just
Okay.
have to.
I'll take that. I'll take that. And I'm not as articulate as you are, but
No, that's fine.
no, I'm
That's
learning from
fine.
you so
Shit.
much. But I guess for me, advocacy is really how much traction you get for whatever you are, the movement that you have taken on. And when I say that, I took on missing persons. And I'm talking about it every day. I'm posting about it every day. I'm going to talk to people every day, but I'm advocating for them, but I don't have
Two
enough.
separate things. Two separate things.
Say it
That's what I'm
again.
saying. You keep like you are mixing advocacy with other things, right?
Yeah.
The fact that you advocate, period, that's what advocacy is.
Right.
Whether you get traction or not, that has nothing to do with being an advocate. Getting
See, and I
traction.
feel different. I feel different with it.
Well, I can't tell you how to feel, but I'm telling you, if you ask 10 people with some understanding, advocacy is whether you get traction or not, you are going to still be an advocate for whatever cause you advocate for. Now, whether you are a good advocate or whether, you know what I'm saying, this is where we talk about the pros and cons of your advocacy.
Okay.
If you are a good advocate and you get traction because of it, that's a pro of your advocacy. If you are not necessarily, I ain't saying you, I'm saying in general, if you are not necessarily a good advocate and you don't get traction, that's a con of your advocacy. But you are still an advocate. You see what I'm saying? You're still an advocate. But the pros and cons are separate issues. That's just going to determine to what degree of effectiveness your advocacy is, whether you get, you know what I'm saying, traction or not. That's a testament to your effectiveness. So if the brother you talking about, what was it, in Anderson, or us or anybody else advocating for shit, we seem like we stagnant, then we need to do something different with our advocacy. We need to try to turn it up, or we need to seek guidance, or we need to do something else in order to get more motion than we currently have. But we still advocates. It doesn't change that.
Agreed.
You know
Agreed.
So,
absolutely agree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So traction don't determine whether you're an advocate or not. It just means you might not necessarily be the most effective advocate. You know what I'm saying? So we got to tighten up.
So if and I'm just saying, anybody out here, you, me, anybody included, we're going hard, we're doing this and we're doing that. You don't feel like a con of that person's advocacy is not being able to get nationwide traction?
Again, that's a different question that I just answered. But look, it still doesn't take away from you being an advocate. Like I just said,
of course not.
If you can't get national or regional or local traction, right? It just means you are not an effective advocate for whatever you are advocating for.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely. That's exactly what the fuck it means.
Absolutely not.
Man, listen. And then how come you're not getting the attention you seek?
Because we are advocating for people, first of all, of color. We are advocating for people that are homeless. We're advocating for people that have mental health issues. We're advocating for people that
I'm not asking you who you advocating for. I'm saying if you are advocating for something and you are not getting the traction you seek, right?
Yeah.
Then we need to advocate a more effective way. You know what I'm saying? The people that we're seeking it from obviously aren't sympathetic to our pleas or our advocacy.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Well,
how many homeless advocates do you know that are prosperous?
None.
How many exonerees from prison that are I don't want to say successful. I hate to say that, but
what does that mean? Just because you've been exonerated doesn't mean you are an advocate for something.
Oh no, the people for exonerees. That's what I'm saying. People for exonerees.
I mean, I don't know enough to have a good sample size to you know what I'm saying?
It's from, I guess the best way to say it is people of disproportionate nature, whether it be their color of their skin, if they're homeless, if they are
okay. So we talking about the undesirable populace of the country.
Yes,
right?
Yes. Those advocates, those nonprofits, those groups don't have the backing of other big groups. Again, I'll take the Gabby Foundation, Gabby Petito Foundation. She's a white girl that, had her own truck and was going cross country. Of course, they're going to have a lot of people to advocate for them. We're not. I'm not. I'm not. Matt's not. Veronica's not. Zach's not. Like Cassie Pelt. Like, there's so many that we're not going to get traction for because of that.
I get it. We have a lot of things going against us, right?
Uh-huh.
Whether we talking about community,
Right.
culture, complexion, lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
So I get background, right? So I get it. I'm saying, and yet and still, there are groups that advocate on behalf of people from these particular categories that do very well in their serving of these particular groups.
Compared to what?
What do you mean compared to what?
Compared to what? I mean, you're again.
I'm saying compared to this. If you want to put it, if you want to make it personal, right? We can compare it to this. And I'm saying they do very well. They get the funding that they need, right? And they are hitting all their little goalposts. But what that means is they are doing something that other groups may not be, or they have an insight that other groups may not, or they are networking with people that have an inlet. It's all in who you know at some point. And maybe we don't know the right people, or some of these people that advocate on behalf and can't get traction. Maybe they don't know the right people either. Maybe they haven't advocated their cause to the right people. But that just means we have to be a bit more effective in our advocacy. That's all I was saying. I'm not saying that you are less than because that you ain't got the traction you want.
Yeah,
that's not.
I didn't take it that way.
I'm saying it's a way to start getting different motion by doing something a bit different, by studying how to be a better advocate, by networking with people who are advocating for similar causes, maybe not the same, and getting in those circles. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a way to do everything better. You just got to be willing to, go out and do it.
I love your positivity. I really do. I honestly and truthfully love that. I just don't feel like underprivileged, different hues, different classes, we don't get the same traction as. Wait. Let me finish. We don't get the same traction as those others that are straight-laced white people or dogs and cats and horses and things like that, because we are the underprivileged. But at the same time, we have to understand that what we're doing is not wrong. We just don't have that same capability of the public, or to draw the public in, because we are those underprivileged people. That makes sense.
Yeah, listen. As far as capabilities, ain't no white man, ain't no white woman on earth more capable of doing nothing than I am. Not from a mental standpoint, not from a learning standpoint. Yes. So, but as far as the networking abilities, I understand what you're trying to say, right? But even with that, you going into it with you accepting it as a loss already, because you saying we just can't get. You already saying what can't be done in your advocacy. You saying what can't be done in your advocacy, sis.
Yeah, you know no, I've been doing it for 6 years.
Again, and maybe year 7 is the year that we have a breakthrough. But I'm saying you can't go into it saying what can't be accomplished. We got to go into this like, okay, this is what needs to be done. Now, how we gonna hit these benchmarks? You know what I'm saying? And we need to do it by doing something different in year 7 than we did in years 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Absolutely. So we got to do something. We can't be doing the same thing and trying to get something different. We got to try something outside the box now. That's all. We done tried it this way for 6 years. Okay, year 7, we gonna do it different. We gonna talk to a different group. We gonna start communicating with people and trying to network with people we normally would shun.
Absolutely agree. Absolutely.
Police. You know what I'm saying? We probably had to get with them. So yeah, I'm just saying, man, it's Yeah,
I
but I understand what
absolutely
you're saying.
agree with you, and I thank you for that. I really have, and I have not given up hope, because if I did give up hope, I wouldn't be here with you right now.
Oh
Honestly,
no, we can't be hopeless.
yeah, can't be hopeless. But I'm still gonna keep trugging on. I'm still gonna, keep going out there and talking to people and things like that. I just feel that some people have a different advantage of their
They do.
advocacy than I do, because I am talking about an underprivileged type of people. And I don't care if it's for missing persons. I don't care if it's for people who committed suicide. I don't care if it's for people who are, you know what I'm saying? I
Right.
just feel like we're not getting that. But at the same time, that does not mean I'm gonna stop. I'm not. Period. Point blank.
No,
Because if
we
I
just
stop,
got to change up.
I have no will to meaning, which means I don't care about shit. Serious talk.
Yeah,
And I thank you. And I don't like you, even though you like skin, and we may not.
hey, well, listen, I'm in army colors right now, so you don't want to be
You
messing with
sound
me.
like you scratching. Say it again.
But yeah, but yeah, it's past our little showtime. And I'm gonna
Shoot.
argue with you. I'm gonna argue with you in private.
Yeah,
Read that comment right there.
yeah. All right.
Read that comment. I can't see it.
Nate said it best. It's cause not the people. Keep expanding your platform. You're doing a good thing, regardless of the pros and cons that may come. Your passion will be recognized, and you will gain the support you need. To speak and fight for the disadvantaged is appreciated. Thank you.
There you have it. So
a lot of YouTubers have been doing videos for 12 years and only got successful after year 8. Thank you, son. I love that.
there you have it.
Yeah.
Like I say, I had read a quote and I can't remember, so I'm gonna paraphrase it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was basically saying that if you working hard at something, you don't see no result on a specific time, that day you think about giving up might be the day that result. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So just
Absolutely.
the result you sought will come. So
yeah, I'm gonna tell you something that actually Gabby Petito's dad said to me. He said, if it's not you, then who? Who's gonna do it better than you? And I was like, you know what?
And
you're right.
You never know who you're reaching or touching, man, by saying what you're saying or doing what you do, how you do it. So on that note, go on and send us out.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you do it because I'm gonna keep on putting the comments up here. Go ahead. I know you want to go. You want to go talk to your mommy and your girl and all that.
No, actually, I got like 14% on my phone. But,
I see.
But I just wanted to say I appreciate everybody for tuning in, and this turned into a kind of heated discussion. But this is not new to us. This is kind of what we do. Whenever we talk, it could be about the sun being outside. We kind of get into it.
Yeah, that's not heated. I love that. I love the debate. I love.
But on that note, y'all leave y'all comments and questions and opinions and agreements and disagreements, and tell her she's wrong. And yeah.
Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love.